Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Silent Survival. It is episode 55, and it's getting very dark out, but the sunset looks absolutely amazing with all of our temples over the iron farms and just the beautiful terrain, the slime farm in the distance looking pretty foggy as well. But you know what? I just really like the sunsets in this game. They're really nice. Anyway, last episode we got a whole lot of work done on the Cyan-C. Got the water restraining walls built up and also made some walls made of water. And none of that really makes sense if you haven't seen that episode or if you're not up to date with the Cyan-C project, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, to the point of this episode, we're going to be taking a break from the Cyan-C today because we've been working on that like 4 or 5 episodes. Want to make sure I'm not getting burnt out and that you guys aren't getting burnt out on our projects either. So in today's episode, we're going to be working on the base, getting a whole lot of random projects all around here done, and it's going to be good times. I actually have a plan for what we're going to do today, and it's going to be very fine. Working on the lower level of the base, the middle level, and also the upper levels. So if you guys are excited about that, make sure to leave a like on the video, maybe even consider subscribing to the channel, because helping the silence grow is a wonderful thing, and I just noticed that that was broken. So the first project of today is to actually put in a 3x3 spiral piston door right in front of our bedroom because kind of like the backstory or the lore of the base is that somebody left the front door open or just like didn't build one in the first place, and you know, we're in a taiga biome, it started to rain and the entire base got extremely ruined basically overnight. Yeah, there's some plot holes with that, but I don't care, it's what we're going with. Yeah, anywhere that there's a piston door, there is like nice actual proper builds behind, and that's why we have this back here. It's all nice and proper and made of wood, and like it's got our mementos and a not even partially filled out world map. I really need to do that, don't I? There's a whole lot of random things I need to do. I actually made a list of all the projects I need to do in this world, and it's kind of daunting. That's why this is going to be kind of a bits and bobs episode. Anyway, let me get a little bit of work on this done and clear out some room. And so it would seem we are due for immediate face palming. So I'm just gonna kind of bash the camera up against this box. That's about the best I can do for a face palm. We kind of broke into the staircase below us, which is unfortunate. But hopefully it's not too big of a deal. I actually wanted to push this back a little bit more because I can't really fly down this with the elytra, but I guess, you know, whatever. We'll fix that later. I am not worried about it. We will figure out something for that. Even if it's slightly janky, it will still be fine because we barely use that staircase anyway. Anyway, so this is pretty much the size hole that we need to build this. I think we gotta go up by a few blocks more, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna start building this thing, get the bottom circuit in, and then we can see if it does actually work. Also, Minecraft 1.13 or the Aquatic update just had its first snapshots, so I'll probably be talking about that later in the video if you are interested in hearing my thoughts on that, but it might be a hot minute because we're going to do a couple things first. Okay, so we got the bottom circuit of the door built up, and I didn't actually check to see if it's lined up. It is lined up properly good. So let's give this thing a flick, and it's actually got a lot of texture glitches going on there. Ew, that's pretty broken looking. Yeah, huh. That is extremely broken looking, but good job, you actually work, little machine. Cool, yeah, I guess I'll get the rest of this built up. I think the texture glitches are actually part of the last update. I've noticed that a little bit, but not nearly as scary looking as that. That's just like, that's like some Frankenstein kind of thing right there. Ew. Okay, so here is the bulk of the door done. Actually, that's pretty much everything besides decoration. If we can find the on switch, which I think is currently in a very bad position, way down here, we can see if this thing actually works. Yeah, pretty good, and not as glitchy as I was expecting it to be. And yeah, that works actually rather well. So now all we gotta do is decorate this thing, and that will be that done. And there is the legendary piston door, and it looks fine. I mean, you can't really tell that it's a piston door, which is nice. That's exactly what I want. It looks pretty much the same as that wall down there, except you'll notice that it's got kind of some cracks in it. It's kind of mossy as well, and that's good. So yeah, here's the button for it. Kind of an awkward place, but whatever, it does work. It's a perfect spiral. And yeah, you might notice that the trapdoor is a little bit weird, but it's fine. It works. Don't worry about it. No problems whatsoever. So that kind of leads us nicely to working on this area out here. I want to actually work on the stairway a little bit and redesign this a little bit because it's actually kind of annoying and I don't like being able to see the dirt on the sides. So that is what we shall do. Also, I need to put the fence back around this because and that piston door is a little bit bigger than I thought it was. And I had to push it back by a block, and that is fine. We also need to fix up this down here. Actually, that's not too bad. We could probably just like put a slab right there and you wouldn't even notice it. I think that's what we'll do. I think that's probably like the easiest cover up of some redstone I've ever seen. And here's what I got so far. Not too much has been done, but I did put a little fence around it and that functions just fine. Also cleaned up the edges over here, integrated this door, got our button done, and yeah, still looks just as glitchy as ever. Also, there's a pressure plate right here, so when I walk off of this, closes behind me, nice little detail. But now we're gonna take a couple minutes just to talk about the update Aquatic and the snapshots that we're getting for that. Basically, little betas that Java Edition gets to play around with, which is super awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of really awesome features. I'm not going to cover everything. I'm just going to talk about a few key things that I really like about it. And overall, I think the update so far is amazing. There's just a few things that they need to pull off, and if they pull those off correctly and awesomely, it's going to be the best update since probably like 1.9, when we got all the end dimensions and the elytra and shulker boxes and all that amazing stuff. So the first thing is the trident. The trident is amazing. You find it in supposedly like shipwrecks, and there's a whole bunch of new custom enchantments for it that supposedly you can get from an enchantment table as well. I don't know, the details are fuzzy, but anyway, you guys probably know all the details about all this stuff. Like, you've probably seen the snapshot videos. If not, I'll have a couple linked down below and you can get all the details. Exumavoid and Cupfan and Ilmango, they've gone into a lot of depth on it and basically unveiled or revealed everything that there is to know. And it's a whole lot of stuff. So the trident has the channeling enchantment, and with that you can get lightning, and that is a super powerful. That basically makes charge creeper farms obsolete. I'm not sure if anyone will ever build those anymore unless they're playing on an old version. What else do I need? We're gonna try and build this reasonably quickly while I talk to you guys about a few things, hopefully reasonably quickly. So yeah, channeling is amazing, and then that weapon on its own will pretty much replace swords and bows, or at least the bow. Like, there's pretty much no reason to carry a bow if you have the trident, because it's way better than a bow, and it's basically mending and infinity if you have loyalty on it. So yeah, there's basically bows and charge creeper farms and a whole lot of other things being made very obsolete in this update. Next up is turtles. Turtles are amazing things. If anyone ever talks bad about turtles, basically just shame them to death. I'm really just needing some grass right now. Turtles and their entire like mechanics is awesome. Really bringing a lot of life to the sea, and they come with some special potions that you can get from as well. The only thing I would like it to have is the turtle helmet shell thing. Actually give you like permanent water breathing. That might be a little bit overpowered, but at least like a minute of water breathing, because turtles IRL can hold their breath underwater for like hours. So I mean, you know, at least 1 minute. That should be, you know, reasonable. And what else is there? There is the Phantom. So the Phantom is where this entire update could be very, very bad. So if they spawn in air blocks, that's pretty much going to ruin mob farms, but it shouldn't be too bad if they don't spawn on air blocks. So like if they just spawn on normal blocks on like the top of mountains, it'll be perfectly fine. We can totally work around that. But if they spawn in air, oh boy, that's yeah. You can't really prevent things that spawn in air. Now that's kind of a problem. They would have to redo so much of the spawn algorithm, so that's probably not going to be the case, but if it is the case, that is a very bad thing. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we need to do over there. Maybe some vines, and I know I'm rambling a lot right now. Oh my god, we've been talking for 4 minutes. I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk about those things. The one thing that I did do in the snapshot was actually summon in a size 3000 phantom, and you can see that on your screen now. Kind of insane. I have a good PC. That's how I'm able to do that. Most people can't make it that far. Anyway, that's all I got to say about the updated Aquatic. This room is looking half decent. I'll do some more details to it as well. And that is really way too much time spent talking to you guys about this update. I'm so sorry. Okay, so since we did that little bit of, you know, redoing or redecoration, this room looks so much better than it originally did. Like, it has a proper cave feel now, and a door in the back. It looks actually very fine. So I did a little bit of work to the staircase as well. This is looking a little bit better, much more light on it, because I added somewhere down here a whole bunch of glowstone in the ceiling to light up the stairs, because there is a lot of mobs that spawn on the stairs. So something that we're trying to keep with the base is all hidden lighting. As you can see, we're following that also well. The torches here, the jack-lanterns, and the sea lanterns. These torches are temporary because there's a butt ton of mobs that spawn down here. We need to fix that as well here in a moment. Do that off camera because it's boring. And but yeah, we gotta fix this right here. So I would just like plaster a torch on the side here, but you know, hidden lighting means that we're gonna go for carpets. And, you know, tired of dealing with skeletons and creepers spawning on my stairs. Anyway, so one last thing I want to talk about for the updated Aquatic is actually the new water physics. So putting magma blocks and soul sand underwater will actually create like bubble columns. And that is pretty awesome. That's going to revolutionize item transportation. Okay, we need 6 carpets. So that's really, really awesome. They haven't introduced like the completely new water physics yet, but they have started introducing slightly new things. They haven't completely revamped it, is what I'm trying to say. That'll come shortly. Currently, they're on 1807. Oh, I don't know what update, but it's the second one. I am not used to saying the update, or the snapshot numbers rather. Anyway, we got ourselves some carpet. And that is the last thing that I wanted to say about the update, because everything else seems awesome and I'm really looking forward to it. Alright, it is now the next day and it is time for another small project. So what we're going to do right now is build up a very small nether tunnel, and this was something that was actually sent to me by Mine on Twitter. You guys can always feel free to send me things on Twitter because I actually really like Twitter. It's an awesome little platform, and I think it's over here. Yeah, look at that. I actually know which way I'm going. This nether hub is very discombobulating. But anyway, this is literally the nether tunnel that we need to build. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. Mine sent me a nice little natural design that I think we can implement very nicely into here. So this should not take any time at all to get built up. I have all the materials in the shulker box here. Got some light blue concrete for the sky, got some tree bits, and yeah, let me get a little bit of this built up. So I played around with this for quite a while. I was trying to do a couple bigger trees, but really this size tree is the only thing that actually kind of fits, which is fine. They're cute and tiny. It's awesome. I think what we need to do is actually replace the blocks behind here with leaves, just to give it a little bit something extra. And then we can actually squeeze some lighting back in here as well. Maybe just like a jack-o'-lantern right there. And let's see how that works out. We need to replace that one with a blue concrete. And dang it, I'm just breaking all the blocks. I don't want to. Okay, how about that? It's quite dark back here. But, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit something. It's kind of nice to see the blue behind the leaves. But besides that, there's not too much else that we can really do in here. I don't think grass is actually growing because they've been kind of sitting there for a while. So we'll replace that. And, I mean, yeah, it's quite cramped. You got to kind of make your way through. But it does lead to the portal. I put some jack-lanterns back there as well because I had some and this place is really dark. Well, not too much has changed. I added some vines and yeah, there's really just not too much that we can actually add to this place because it's just so small. One thing I did just notice though is that the dirt underneath here kind of looks disgusting, so we can replace that with just some blue real quick, and that'll help us out just a little bit. I feel like this right here is a little bit too plain. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. But other than that, it is perfectly fine. I actually do kind of like this. Thank you very much, That's Mine, for sending this to me. Do appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys ever have anything that you want to send to me, feel free to send it to me via Twitter or Discord. Also, I need to slab this thing because I don't want any pigment or anything spawning back here. And then we can move on to the next project of today. It's now time for like the main project of this episode, and that is getting the majority of what needs to be decorated in the lower part of the base done and built up. So a couple episodes ago, we built up this netherwart farm, which is actually half decent, using a fortune pickaxe or something. And yeah, we need to decorate this because as you can see, it's absolutely terrible and 100% horrific and just disgusting. I don't think I can conjure up any more words to describe my distaste of this world, room. Words are hard, guys. Oh, anyway, so yeah, I don't really know how we're gonna decorate it. We are gonna be using the same palette as the rest of this build because it is just an extension of this room down here. So we'll probably have like a couple arches, something like that. Actually, it's gonna have to come out by one more even. So something like that, because this right here is where the main wall is gonna be. And I don't know, we'll see. We don't actually need to be in there at all because we're just harvesting it from like, you know, right here. Oh, I shouldn't be using a shovel for that. That was a bad idea. I will fix that in a moment. But yeah, this cactus farm right here, we started this on a live stream on Twitch, and it's actually a new design, which is toggleable. There's currently a creeper hanging out up there. That's cool. But hopefully we finish this up on the Saturday live stream on YouTube, the first ever live stream I've done on YouTube. For me, it's currently Friday, so I haven't done that live stream yet, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it turns out rather well. Let me know what you thought about it down below. If you did see it, and if you didn't, then I don't know. Enjoy the rest of the episode, I guess. Let me fix this over here, and also figure out the general idea behind how we're going to decorate this. Alright, so it's been a little bit, and I've built up a little bit and designed a little bit as well. First of all is the spacing. So each of these pillars is 10 blocks apart. And then in the center, we have it kind of uneven. So we're going to have a 3 wide pillar just to make up for it, which is kind of nice. That'll be like the main support for this giant ceiling that we're going to have. And then in between all these sections, we're going to have like 4x4 sections on the roof. This little pattern here we used over on the sugarcane farms, which is kind of cool. And what else is there? The walls, we'll probably do like a plain section like that every other. So that one's a plain one, and that one will have more detail, and then that one's a plain one. And then the ceilings, I don't know. I haven't really figured out the ceilings yet. For like the center strips, I'll figure that out in a moment. But overall, so far, it's pretty easy, pretty simple. And the floors is also going to be pretty easy as well. So these all kind of center around the sea lantern and glass in the center, which is good because we need more lighting down here. Lighting is very important. So this one with the quartz is actually really nice. I really like that one. And then the cyan is nice as well. One thing that I do really like is the andesite next to the concrete, which is honestly really nice. And then the quartz next to the concrete is nice as well. This kind of just pairs with everything well. I'm thinking we'll probably go with quartz and cyan. We can actually test that out right now, see if that is any better, just as like a recurring pattern. And I mean, it could work. I don't know, I'm trying to break up the gray, get some more quartz into this build because we have so much quartz. So much. Anyway, I'm gonna get some more building done and then I will come back to you. So with these few last sea lanterns and some concrete as well, that is pretty much this entire side done. And this takes way too long. It is actually amazing just how distracted I get talking to you guys in Discord. I swear, it's like a curse or something. But no, it's actually amazing. The Discord server that we have is amazing. So many phenomenal people in there, and I love talking to you guys. Do not regret my decisions whatsoever of spending hours a day in there. Anyway, there's a link below to the Discord server. You might want to consider joining it because, honestly, we have an awesome community in there. And there is a couple of realms that you can join as well if you're so inclined. It looks like the slimes are kind of taking over. They are, you know, examining everything, and apparently they like the decor. So I still need to do that entire side, which is going to take me a couple of hours because this is taking me a couple of hours. And that kind of looks cool with the fire. And I still need to figure out these walls here. Shouldn't be too difficult. But otherwise, this thing's actually looking fairly nice. I got the floors in, the center strips in, and pretty much everything on that wall done. And, you know, it does look pretty nice. One thing I will note is that you can't really, like, notice this pillar right here. It's slightly bigger, it's much more bulkier, and I thought that would stand out a little bit more, but it's fine, doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's like the little in-between section that I came up with. Just some glazed terracotta in there and some concrete as well. We have slabs at this layer because sometimes when you pop these things, they land up on the ledge, so you can't have any loss. It's got to be 100% lossless, otherwise it's not going to work. And actually, I wonder if things can pop right there. That's interesting. I guess I'll find out just with use. And honestly, I should probably be harvesting this and replanting it as I'm working down here, but I'm not too worried about it. I already harvested this one once. Anyway, I basically just need to do that on this side as well. Progress on this side is coming along very nicely, just getting all of these ceilings in now, and I think this one is another one of the weird ones. Yeah, so nothing too difficult. We're just investing a lot of time and resources into getting this project done, which is perfectly fine. That's kind of like what we do on this world. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of progress update because I've already spent like 3 hours on this and I feel like I have about 5 minutes of video on it. Anyway, I'll be back once this thing is done. And there we go, finally! This thing is done and it actually looks half decent. The saying half decent pretty much applies to everything in this world, and I think it especially applies to this room right here. I did a little bit of something special with the end right here, just, you know, some blue and some white kind of going nice together, trying to keep that color combo right there. I think the only thing that we could really do to improve this room is, like, switch out these stone blocks for something. I'm not sure what to put there though. I want to put something. If you got an idea for that, then let me know down below. Either concrete or like lighting or something. I don't know. We have that same little structure right here as well, and it doesn't look so terrible right there. But for some reason over here, the stone really stands out, and it kind of reminds me of diorite, which is not good at all. And that just about does it for this episode. We actually got a lot of progress done today. We finished up the nether web. We got that completely done. All of our rail tunnels are done. Why are those XP orbs flashing in the background? I don't know, but they look strange. Anyway, the strange things that I notice. Yeah, I think the only thing that we could do in the nether is to actually add some rail stations and, you know, finish up the actual rails themselves, but I don't think that's too big of a priority. We always just fly through there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We finished up this farm pretty much, and it's looking pretty superb. I do like it. Of course, suggestions down below for how we can improve this. And we also finished up the upper layer of the base pretty much completely, besides like one minor thing that I want to do, which I'll probably end up doing off camera because it's not important at all. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you guys are new here. Putting out 4 videos a week, and joining the Silence is awesome because we have an amazing community and we'd love to have you. Anyway, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.